Now, Socrates is asking these Socratic questions to get answers, and it's not to show that he's the wisest man around, but it's really to learn and to go through a method to try to discover the truth, the absolute truth. And one of the things, notice he's always examining whether the answer is right. There's a Socratic doctrine that's implied. That is, the unexamined life is not worth living. We should examine what we're doing. We should make sure that we're following the proper ethical directives. But let's turn back to these Socratic questions. And they're always kind of the form of, what is X question? Those are the Socratic questions. And, Socrates asks simple questions of the kind that kind of revolutionize philosophy, not assuming anything. It's, what is it? And what are these questions normally about? Well, they're usually raised about significant moral or aesthetic qualities, or virtues, justice, courage, wisdom, temperance, piety, beauty. These are the virtues that the Socratic questions are about. And as we mentioned, that Socratic questions are really the central concern of the Socratic dialogues, the early dialogues of Plato. Now, a Socratic definition is an answer to the question, what is X? Like in our case, what is piety? But it's important to see, these aren't things that are answered in the dictionary. Socratic definitions are not definitions of words, but rather they are definitions of things, in a certain sense, almost like ontology. That is, what kinds of things are there out in the universe? That's the answer. And it's usually the case that Socrates, or it was always the case that Socrates doesn't want to know what the word justice or piety means. It's not that they didn't have dictionaries in ancient Greek, but he says he's looking for understanding the nature of justice, the nature of piety in our case, what piety itself is. And a correct Socratic definition is thus a true description of the essence of the thing to be defined. It's what the thing really is. So if you have a definition, the definition can be true or false. If the definition defines that essence, captures that essence, it's true. And if it fails to define it, it is false.